Hello everyone, welcome to this video on paraphrasing and introductions. Yeah, everyone tells you it's a really good idea to paraphrase the introduction. I'm going to show you why they say that, and I'm going to show you why that is wrong. Okay, so let me just get rid of myself down in the corner here. Why paraphrasing the introduction does not work. So you're actually losing marks by paraphrasing the introduction. I'm going to show you why you're losing marks. So paraphrasing is okay. And wait, I said it was wrong, I know. It's not wrong by itself, but there are better ways to get more marks in the introduction. Let me show you how. This is going to be an example of the kind of thing I teach you in my course. And I'll tell you about the course later. But first, let's see why. So the band descriptors, there are 4 sections in the band descriptors, and each section has 1, 2, 3 points that you need to meet in order to get a 7. Paraphrasing is one of them, and I'll show you which one it is in a second. So these ones are task response. These 3 are coherence and cohesion. These 3 are vocabulary. And these 3 are grammar. Now, do you see here it says uses a variety of complex structures? That is the one point out of the 12 you just saw that the people who tell you to paraphrase are getting you to do. So if you're focused on one point out of 12, you end up with an essay that might be paraphrased well, and you might use one complex structure. But it's actually, paraphrasing is a very difficult complex structure to use because you need to think of other ways to say the same thing. Now, in my course, I show you a really simple way to paraphrase. I've been teaching paraphrasing for 20 years. It's not complicated. There's a simple way to do it. It's in my course. But I don't teach it in introductions. You can do it in introductions if you're good at it, but if that's all you do, you're missing out on everything else. So look, there's all these 12 points to get a 7. And what you want to do in the introduction is show the examiner as many of these points as you can in the introduction. So for example, a sufficient range of vocabulary, addresses all parts of the tasks, and complex structures is in there, but you have lots of time in the essay to work on complex structures. So you don't need to force yourself to do it in an introduction. An introduction should be nice and clear and presenting the main ideas. You're going to extend them later, but you're just going to present them. You should use some good vocabulary, maybe one less common word. Let's see an example and I'll show you, okay? So, move myself out of the way a little bit. The example says, it is said that men are more privileged than women in their workplace and in transport. To what extent do you agree with or disagree with this statement? Okay, so let's just agree, disagree. So our key points are men are more privileged. Okay, in workplace and transport, men are more privileged. Okay, this is the task response. This is what you need to respond to. And the examiner wants to see right away in the introduction that you understood this question and you've responded to it. So it is a never-ending debate. This is a student example. It's a never-ending debate. Like, it's so generic. You're not getting any marks for saying it's a never-ending debate. And I've seen students say this a million different ways. The first sentence is introducing the topic. Now, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see my topic sentences video. That will explain to you exactly how to write a topic sentence that addresses almost all of the points in the band descriptors, because the band descriptors get you your mark. They're boring, but they get you your marks, and you pass. And you don't have to go and do the exam again, because that's a pain. So, this is not a good topic sentence. It is a never-ending debate. Okay, well, it's never-ending, so what? That's not the point of the essay. Whether women are deprived or not. Women are deprived. Now, deprived is a very strong word. This is more privilege. Deprivation means like water deprivation. You don't have water to drink, or you can't get to work at all, or you don't have the fundamentals of life. Deprived is a very strong word. That's not really what the question says. The question just said men are more privileged. So I think this word's going a bit too far to begin with. The situation is men are more privileged than women in their workplace and in transport. Obviously, this is going to depend on what country you're in. This is not true in North America. This is in Western countries. We don't have this problem. More privileged in the workplace, I think there's basically a pay gap, you know? So is anyone in the workplace deprived in the West? No. In the Middle East, maybe. In India, in Pakistan, in China, maybe. Those are specific examples. But you see, we don't have time in this essay to discuss all of these specific examples. It's too much. So just focus on the question. Men are more privileged, yes or no? Okay? So the first topic sentence has got to say, this is men are more privileged or not. Okay, so a number of proponents have drawn their arguments towards men who enjoy opportunities in the workplace. A number of proponents. Well, who are these proponents? Do you really know who these proponents are and you're going to quote them on an IELTS exam when you have no books? And where do you get this from? This is academia, right? This is an academic question. Your examiner is an academic person. They're just going to go, okay, who are these proponents? That's nonsense. Okay? Who enjoy more opportunities in the workplaces and in the transportation than the female counterparts? I mean, you're just saying a number of people have said that. That's what the question says. It's not impressive. It's not helping anything, right? However, I need to be in accord with the statement as this is the problem of male entitlement society. The question doesn't ask you what the problem is. The question asks you, do you agree or disagree with the statement? Men are more privileged. Are they or are they not? What do you think? So you agree with the statement, okay, as this is the problem of male entitlement society. This is a reason for the problem, for the situation, for the statement. But this part of the essay needs to explain why you agree or disagree. You're going to have 2 paragraphs, 1 point for each paragraph explaining why you agree or disagree with the problem. So if you agree, there'll be 1 reason in 1 paragraph why you agree, next reason in the next paragraph why you agree, right? So when I look at this, I can see that the task response is not going to be correct in this essay. So, you know, you're focused on all of this paraphrasing, which is 1 point out of 12, but actually the single most important point of the essay is the task response. If you get that wrong, the whole essay is wrong, and you'll never get a 7, ever, ever, ever. No matter how good your vocabulary is, no matter how good your grammar or your paraphrasing is, you have to get this 100% right. So this is a problem of planning. This is a problem of somebody said to you, you need to paraphrase. It doesn't matter what, at the end of the day, your teachers have said to you, because your teachers are just like, obviously just copying other people. What matters is these band descriptors. Because the examiner has to follow these things, okay? Coherence and cohesion, task response, right? So I'll go down to the bottom here. This is my website, ispenglish.com. Go to the website, check out my credentials. You can see all the experience I have. We have a 99% success rate of students. The course is, there's a $30 course and a $50 course. Super good price. Guaranteed you're not going to have to go and do the exam again. You'll go in the exam knowing you can pass. And I've just shown you why. So in the course, you'll see on the website, I go through every single one of these points, one at a time. And I explain to you which complex structures you need to use. I explain to you how you need to use them. And then you practice on the course how to do it. And then you send me your essay and I'll tell you if you're doing it right or not. I do that for every single point. Every single point we go through. What does it mean? What do you have to do? You practice it, you show me. So by the time we've done all 12, you're ready for the exam. Okay, thank you very much. Good luck on your exam, and leave a comment below. Like, subscribe, get updates on these videos, and go to the website. Go back down again to the website, ispenglish.com. That's IELTS study plan. You can find it on Facebook. Sign up, do the course, and make sure you pass.